What if your truest heart's desires could manifest in a way that felt like pure pleasure? No hard work, no striving, no action unless you really want to, just ease, fun, and enjoyment. This is actually the best way to manifest. Only taking action at the right time when it feels easy, natural, and good. In this video, let's talk about how to tell when to take action so that it feels really good and it works really effectively to help you manifest what you want. Popular wisdom says that we need to work hard to make our goals happen, but working hard for something actually works against the flow of manifestation. Here's a simplified look at how manifesting happens. This is sort of a timeline. So when we first begin manifesting, we're totally in the current 3D reality. It has a lot of momentum. It's what we're used to. It's the current version of us creating this current reality. And as we move along the manifesting journey, gradually over time, the new reality starts to gain more momentum. We start to shift into a new version of ourselves that's creating this new reality. So as we go along, the new reality becomes more and more dominant, gains more and more momentum until it totally takes over and we have the full manifestation. But what causes the energy of the new reality to overtake the energy of the old reality isn't action, it's vibration. As Abraham says, you don't create through action, you create through vibration, and then your vibration calls action through you. Another great quote about action from Abraham is, the action part of your journey is how you enjoy what you have created through thought. When you're manifesting something new, if you wait until the energy has started to build more and more, you will reach a tipping point where action happens a lot more easily and becomes a lot more effective because the energy of the new reality has gained enough momentum to where it's carrying you. It's almost like, if you could think about it, like being a surfer on a wave, where this is like a building momentum of energy, almost like a wave in the ocean, and you are wanting to step onto that wave, ride that wave as it's picking up momentum, and then you'll be easily carried to the manifestation. Manifesting is all about momentum, and in this drawing what I'm trying to show is if you're taking action too soon before you've built up enough momentum, kind of represented by the smaller arrow, there's still a lot of momentum from the current 3D reality that you're trying to act against. And when you're taking action too soon on that timeline we were looking at earlier, the action feels hard, it feels tiring, and you get discouraging results. So basically that's what action feels like when you're taking action in this no action zone, where the energy of the current reality is still dominant, where you still haven't shifted into the new version of you who can easily create this reality. If you're being inspired from the energy of the old reality, then the action is feeling hard, it's not producing good results, you're not really motivated to do it, you have to kind of force yourself to do it. And so this is the zone of where you don't really want to take action until you reach this tipping point where the action starts feeling inspired, it starts feeling easy, it starts feeling good, and you only want to take action when the energy of the new reality has built up enough momentum to where it feels like that. It feels easy, it feels good, it feels effortless, or sometimes you don't even have to take action at all. The manifestation is just happening for you at this point because the energy of the new reality has built up enough momentum. So when you get to that point later on in the timeline where the energy of the new reality has built up enough momentum, you are kind of like that surfer riding this growing momentum of this new reality, riding that wave of energy, and the current reality is diminishing. And so it's easy for the momentum of the new reality to then overcome the momentum of the current reality. And at this point, taking action is going to feel easy, it's going to feel fun, and it's going to be very successful too. So the key is to wait to take action until you get to that tipping point, until the action, you can't help but take it. It just feels like doors are opening for you and you can't help yourself but walk through them. The action feels very inspired. You can't help but take it. It feels easy, it feels good. Until you get to that point, you want to not take the action that feels difficult, where it feels like you're trying to force manifestation, you're still too much in the energy of the old reality. You want to instead rely on imagination, on envisioning the new reality that you're creating, on building the energy in that way, on aligning your thoughts with the energy of the new reality. And that will help this momentum begin to build and build. So you're taking internal action, basically. You're taking imaginal action. You're visualizing what you want. You're aligning your belief system with what you want. You're finding limiting beliefs and you're transforming them into empowering, positive beliefs. So you're doing that. You're building the energy of the new reality until you get to that tipping point where action suddenly begins to feel easy. You know exactly what to do. You can't help but do it. And it's perfectly aligned with the building energy of the new 3D reality. And so you're easily carried to manifestation. One analogy that I like to think about for this is, say that you are baking a delicious cake, and that is kind of like having a new manifestation. So you've decided on the delicious cake that you want to bake, and you mix all the ingredients together and you put it into the oven, and then it is about allowing the oven the time to do the cooking. And this is kind of like when you're manifesting, allowing the time for your energy work to transform you into the version of yourself who can manifest the reality. Because that's basically what you're doing when you're manifesting, is you're trying to manifest this new version of you who can create the new reality. And if you take action too soon, before that transformation has really begun to happen, that momentum has been building, like in the diagrams we've been looking at, it's kind of like you're taking the cake out of the oven too soon, before it's fully had a time to rise, and it's going to be all gooey. It's not going to be delicious and good. It's not going to be what you want. So it's important to give that cake enough time, let that momentum of the new reality build enough in yourself so that you can take the cake out of the oven exactly when it's ready, when it's going to be delicious, and when the manifestation is going to be ready for you to act on and to receive. For me personally, one of the areas where I've been applying some of these insights around action and manifestation is in my business. It used to feel really challenging for me to sell my services, my coaching and my psychic reading services in my business. And a lot of times I thought that I needed to do more marketing, or I needed to come up with better offers or new offers, and just take all this action that felt hard and that just produced frustrating results, didn't really give me the results that I wanted. But as I began to use more of these principles we've been talking about of visualizing and aligning my energy and not resisting any urge to take action too soon until I was totally clear and the action felt totally called and inspired. As I applied more of that, it turned out that I didn't even have to take action. The offers that I already had that were available that weren't selling just started selling just as a result of building the energy of my desire enough. And the actions that I was inspired to take felt easy, felt good, felt simple to do. And so that's one of the areas where I've found this to be a great way to look at manifesting, and to really, if you are someone that feels frustrated, that feels kind of burned out from trying too hard, or on the other hand, if you're someone who has had a hard time getting yourself to take action, then it's likely that you need to do more acting in imagination only, more energy work, more building the momentum of the new reality, so that the actions feel totally inspired, totally you know what to do, and it feels really easy to do. Thank you so much for joining me today for this look at the relationship between action and manifestation. If you liked this video, I definitely recommend checking out this next video all about impatience. Impatience is one of those things that can try to tempt us to take action too soon. So definitely recommend this video to help avoid doing that. Thank you again for joining me today, and until next time, happy manifesting.